to this review of LEGO set 10316 Rivendell. This set has 6,167 pieces, is rated for ages 18 plus, retails for about $500, and it has a massive width of 29 inches, so it doesn't really fit in a lot of spots. The set also contains 15 minifigures, and without further ado, let's get into the review.
Of course, starting first, we have to go through the minifigures, starting with Gandalf the Grey over here with a couple different accessories that can be switched out. Very nice. Next, we move on to Boromir with a new sword piece and a very nice printed shield. Next, of course, we have Aragorn with some very nice print detailings and his sword. Next, of course, we have Arwen with a very nice elvish book and stuff. Very nice. Next, we have Elrond himself, who does have a couple different positions to be seated in. Next, of course, we have a generic elf. It's just a elvish boy, which is included, which is very nice, and elvish female included as well to go with the other one to kind of fill out the background. And then, of course, we have Legolas, very nice with his bow and very nice print detailing. Of course, Gimli with a couple different accessories as well, and his helmet is just beautiful. It's amazing. Next, we have Gloin, which is a very good character that you wouldn't really think of immediately. And then, of course, next we have Frodo with a couple different pieces to make him sit down, which is a very nice inclusion. Same here for Bilbo, which is also a very nice choice, so you can sit them in the Council of Elrond. Next up, we have Samwise Gamgee with a very nice cloak and pot. And next, of course, we have Pippin with some lembas bread, which is very nice. And then finally, we have Merry. Very nice. Starting off first here, we have the Elven Forge, which is a very cool, and even has the shards of Narsil being reforged out front there. Some very great details, including a grinding wheel to sharpen the blades, spots for all sorts of elven weapons to be forged and sharpened, fixed up, and held on to. It's a very nice part of the set. Next, we'll be kind of moving on to the actual buildings itself. I do apologize for the poor lighting because I had to use floodlights to actually see inside of them. But as you can see, very great detail with tons of those kind of elvish printed floor tiles and all sorts of very nice sticker pieces and stuff. Got the shards of Narsil up here, and then of course there's all sorts of paintings that you'll get to see here, just like this one with Isildur fighting against Sauron in the kind of later stage of the Second Age, I believe, if I am right there. Now we'll kind of pull back here and show you some other parts. As you can see, the Council of Elrond area out front from the back of the building, kind of a neat perspective. As you can see it from behind here, kind of see up and over, see some of the supports that are used to hold it together. It's very nicely crafted. Some more kind of photos up here. Sorry for the lighting again. Now we'll move over to Bilbo's study. As you can see here, he's got his chair, he's got his book that he can sit there and write. Pull back over here to the bed with some nice printed tiles. You can even see the mithril coat sitting back there in the chest, and the whole this whole little area is very nicely done, very detailed. As you can see, some of the sticker pieces used for the bed, and some very ornate designs going on back there, very elvish. It's a very cool little area, and I really like his chair and stuff. There's just all sorts of cool little things in this spot. Now we'll pull down here. You can see there's a bookshelf and a little spot to read. It's a very interesting design. You kind of have to build it to figure it out, but it's a really smart design. And there's these little candlestick things put all over to show lighting and stuff. But now we move on to the outer side of Bilbo's study. with some very nice arches used for like the doors and windows down there. Very cool. Moving on to kind of a higher perspective up here, as you can see with this very nice tower up front with tons of details. Usually I'll store some of the extra figure pieces up in there. You can kind of see some of the statues and into the like holes and stuff like in the windows, which is very nice to see. Down here you do have like a little hidey hole for some of the hobbits. I believe is for like Mary or something. I cannot remember exactly, but you can open that and stick one of the hobbits in there. It's a very cool little feature to kind of just have them like hiding back there, causing some mischief or something. Now over into the Council of Elrond area, which is very nice, with some very interestingly designed chairs, as you can see, with tons of like hot dogs and what are they called, like ice pop pieces, as you can see right here I'm pointing out, and all sorts of like very nice detailing around the sides. And that kind of crack is just from me. That's from the table. That's not anything that doesn't look like that when you have it on a perfectly flat table, but that kind of just shows up when you do that. Now over here you have very nicely designed tree. It's very cool, and it's very interesting how they achieve those techniques and like angles, and you'll just kind of have to build the set to figure stuff like that out. But under here you can see there's an Easter egg with the Eye of Sauron under there. It's a very cool detail that you don't always get. It's of course a reference to the scene in Fellowship of the Ring where they, you know, I'm sure you've all seen it if you're watching this video. But over here we have a very nice pathway and bridge with like a little other entrance area to like the building itself, which is very cool. Some lembas bread on the table, and it's kind of hard to get light on some of these inner portions of the build. Now next we have some more trees back here, and you can see kind of the other part of the entranceway with the stairs and stuff, but some very nice trees. Another thing that's like something that's just really interesting about the set is the amazing tree designs. Like there's probably 3 or 4 different designs of trees in this set. It's just very cool.
Now we're over here at something was beeping. I don't know what it was, but
kind of a bridge area with like a small waterfall
like
back there.
A waterfall.
It's definitely one of the most
very
interesting
detailed,
parts
like
for like rock work
and stuff in the back here.
Along with the entire thing has some very great
cool.
rock work. But there's some really great stuff
like
back behind there.
Different slope detailing that kind of puts all this rock work and stuff together. As you can see
like
throughout the
rock
build.
work around the sides.
But this area in particular is really cool and kind of builds up to
what the technique's
the gazebo
called,
up here.
Now
you
this
can put like
gazebo here is
Arwen
actually
stuff
really
just
interesting.
chilling
Have
up
like
there.
Arwen sitting up there.
And then,
but it's
of course, these very nice
very
kind of
uniquely designed to get that dome on top.
which are very cool,
interesting.
using
It's not
some
that
curved
difficult,
bricks,
and it's just
going down
it's a really cool design.
Of course,
and then of course there's like little mushrooms and all sorts of foliage all around,
being reforged
just everywhere.
here.
It's super cool to see
Very
stuff like that. It's
cool
very
with some other trees and
lush,
stuff,
especially with the
using a
newer
whole bunch of
pieces
different
created just for that
techniques.
set, and like
I
the
think there's,
trees, like this one
3
here.
or 4 main
There's,
different
like
tree
I mentioned
designs for
before,
this
there's
of
a
like
handful
the
of
5
different
trees
tree
that are in the
designs.
set. It makes
And,
a lot of variety and
little
very cool.
like
All sorts of like mushrooms and stuff growing
mushrooms
around.
and stuff all
You just
over
gotta
it.
love all of the
And of
different
course we have like the
little like forms of
reforged shards
vegetation that they
Narsil
put
back
throughout
there.
this set
Sorry for the
to make it as
flashing
cool as
on
it
the
is.
screen
And then if we go back around
lighting,
back here, probably
but
just really noise and stuff.
all sorts of really
There's even
cool
more
tree designs
details
and
and
stuff.
like a frog and
Little
stuff
bits
in the
on the
back
outside,
here
like
behind
the
the
bench back
waterfall.
there. There's
Just
some little bits of
very
foliage
cool.
behind the waterfall,
And like a little bench
with
over here.
like
There's
some
just
mushrooms and
all
stuff.
sorts of cool details spread throughout this.
And
like I said, I
a
probably didn't
very
get
cool
to
set
all
overall.
of them,
and like the
but I
very
did get to
gorgeous room,
most of them, and you'll just
which
have
actually
to
isn't
buy
that
it yourself
difficult
to
because
figure it
of
out.
the
And of course, everyone knows
suggestion
about
that
the
it makes
beautiful
in
roof
the
in this thing with all
using
the different like wavy designs and stuff.
2x2 or a
It's actually a lot
1x2
easier to put together than you
pardon
think
me,
because
2
of
by
course
piece here as I
like a
grab
regular
this
2
brick
by
separator
plate,
here to
then this is a 2 by
demonstrate.
plate.
just kind of along there to straighten the thing out.
It's not that difficult.
Very cool.
And it comes out very nice.
So that's just immaculate.
So,
it's amazing. It's a bit big to kind of keep on a
Rivendell
shelf. You
set.
might need to
I may not have
measure,
had the best
as you can see, you can find the measurements online.
But I hope you like my videos.
It's just great.
It's
It's definitely, I think, worth the price, probably. And
stuff like this,
especially if you love Lord of the Rings,
Star Wars content,
is a great set to have as your display to kind of look at. But
Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah, with that said, have a good one.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.